This podcast is an introduction to the very basic ICD-10 PCS structure, where there's 7 characters and each character has meaning. There are 7 characters needed for a complete PCS code. First one is section, second character is body system, the third character root operation, the fourth character body part, the fifth character approach, the sixth character device, and the seventh character qualifier. That sixth character device and seventh character qualifier have the option of using the placeholder Z. You may remember when you were studying diagnosis coding, whenever you had to have 7 characters and you didn't have a value in one of the character positions, then you had to use the X. Well, in PCS, that placeholder is a Z. There's 2 ways you find a code in PCS. One is to locate the root operation or another term in the index. And the second way is to code directly from the tables. There's a guideline that specifically says a coder may code directly from the tables. So if you're going to use the index, you're going to look for a main term in the index. The procedure I'm looking at here is a release of adhesions in the cerebellum. Your root operation is release, which is character number 3. And as you're reading through this, it's a surgical procedure. So you know your section is med-surg, which is character number 1. The cerebellum is part of the brain, and the brain is in the central nervous system, body system. That is your character number 2. And the cerebellum is the body part, character number 4. So you see, already we know just from finding our release term in the index, we have 4 of the 7, and we can go directly to 5 of the 7 terms. We can go directly to a table and choose our device and qualifier values. The different way you can do that is to go through the same thinking, but you're going to know that it's a surgical procedure, so your section's med-surg. Cerebellum is part of the brain's in the central nervous system. That's going to be your second character. The release is your root operation. That's your third character. Cerebellum is your 4th character, and open is your 5th character. And go directly to that 00N table to complete your code. So either way, you have the same kind of logic working. It's just that you're choosing your characters based on what you've been given in your operative report. When you look at that 00N table, the only options for the 6th and 7th characters is Z, which means no device for the 6th character and no qualifier for the 7th character. So we already have a complete 7-character code there for that procedure. Don't forget your guidelines. PCS guidelines are subdivided and named according to a root operation or procedure, and there's 2 of them specific to the root operation of release. B3.13 says, in the root operation release, the body part value coded is the body part being freed. And B3.14 says, if the sole objective is freeing without cutting the body part, the root operation is released. So both of those, we've made the right decision as far as our root operation following these 2 guidelines. If you have any questions about the structure, just the structure of those 7 characters, please post them in the discussion board. This is very basic, but it's the beginning of understanding how we're going to assign those 7 characters moving forward.